Hello and welcome to TTV News on TayNinhTV Radio and Television Station. Ladies and gentlemen, on the afternoon of February 21st, Ms. Hoàng Thị Thanh Thúy, Deputy Heads of the Provincial National Assembly delegations and members of the delegations had the survey sessions at a number of public service units in the province.
At Long Phước Primary Secondary School in Bến Cầu District, the delegation reported on the results of recent activities by the school board of directors. Since the merger in December 2018, this unit has streamlined its staff due to teachers. They not only make efforts to improve teaching, but also investing more spacious and complete facilities and teaching equipment. At the Provincial Center for Disease Control, this unit was established on the basis of merging 6 provincial prevention units. Thanks to that, it has created favorable conditions for focal points to exploit programs, projects, data reporting and disease control activities. From 2018 until now, they have always completed their site as well. The deputy head of the Provincial National Assembly delegation and members of the delegation noted the advantages and difficulties, along with the recommendations and proposals of the 2 above-mentioned units. This will be important data for the Provincial National Assembly delegation to synthesize and work with relevant departments and branches, as well as work with the Provincial People's Committee in the near future. On the morning of February 21st, the TayNinhTV Provincial Inspectorate announced the decision of the Provincial Chief Inspector on verifying assets and income in 2024 for the declaration of assets and income in 2023. In this round, the Provincial Inspectorate will verify assets and income for 39 people subject to annual declaration working at 8 agencies and localities in the province. Heads of agencies and localities managing verified people are responsible for synthesizing information of verified people to send to the verification team no later than 2 days from the date of signing the verification decision. For those whose assets and income are verified, they self-review and have a report assessing compliance with legal regulations on asset and income declaration sent to the verification team no later than 7 days from the date of public announcement of the decision. The verification team will verify the truthfulness, completeness, and clarity of the asset and income declarations, as well as honesty in explaining the origin of assets and increased income compared to the first declaration of assets and income.
In 2024, TayNinhTV Province aimed to try to reduce the province multidimensional poverty rate from 0.03% to 0.046%, equivalent to 100 to 150 households. Accordingly, the province will spend more than 47 billion Vietnamese đồng from the purchase to implement projects under the National Target Program for Sustainable Poverty Reductions this year.
From the provincial budget, TayNinhTV will continue to carry out a number of cases such as project to diversify livelihoods, develop poverty reduction models, build, develop and replicate models and projects of poverty reduction to support the development of production, business, services, tourism, startups. Besides, TayNinhTV supports other important tasks such as improving agricultural, forestry and fishery production capacity, promote the development of lean production along the value chain, applying high technology, develop products with potential and strengths at a locality, create added value for producers, and escape from poverty sustainably. In addition, the province continues to support vocational training for the poor, closely linking vocational education with job creation, sustainable economies, increasing income and improving the quality of life for people. The Provincial People's Committee had just issued a plan to implement the Rehabilitation Development Program for the period of 2024-2030 with a vision to 2050 in the province. Specifically, the Provincial People's Committee recommends the following agencies and units: health departments, educational establishments, affiliated agencies of the Department of Labor, Welfare and Social Affairs, and localities to carry out important tasks such as strengthening the prevention of prenatal and newborn disabilities for children, developing early detection and intervention of disabilities, reduction of disabilities in the community, ensuring over 90% of children from birth to 6 years old are screened for early detection and intervention of disabilities. Along with that, the province will also focus on developing human resources for rehabilitation, maintaining the ratio of medical staff working in the field of rehabilitation to at least 0.8 people per 10,000 people.
The Steering Committee for Implementation of TayNinhTV Youth Development Program has just launched a plan to organize activity in Youth Month 2024 with the theme TayNinhTV Youth Volunteer for Community Life. They requested unified direction of activity during Youth Month, promote the volunteer spirit of youth people, and must be consistent with the condition and tasks of economic and social development in localities and units. This year, Youth Volunteer Month will be held with the many kids projects and tasks at the provincial level, such as lighting up country road, lighting up border patrol road, implementing national blood road, building new rural bridge, implementing the project, drawing warning point for young and children in the canal, river, lake in the province, deploy the campaign Proud of the Mountain Range, along with many other meaningful activities. In recent times, in addition to successfully completing the task of preparing for training and combat readiness, the training battalion of the 174 Infantry Regiment Provincial Military Command has also promoted the direction not only rowing ropes, but also raising livestock in order to ensure a clean food source to protect the health of new soldiers as entering training at the unit. Before the new year, they guided officers and soldiers to increase clean vegetable production. Thanks to that, up to now, this unit vegetable garden of more than 3,000 square meters has developed very well. Most green vegetables are grown good, carefully selected seed, using 100% manure and organic fertilizers. So the quality of vegetable is always fresh, high quality, ensure clean and soft vegetable. Thereby it has contributed to helping officers and soldiers in the unit ensure their health, feel secure in their work and perform well their assigned tasks.
It is estimated that in January 2024, seafood export has reached $730 million, an increase of 60.8% over the same period in 2023. In particular, the export of two main seafood products, as shrimp and striped catfish, will recover strongly, according to forecast of the Vietnam Association of Seafood Exporters and Producers. In 2024, Vietnam's shrimp export will increase by 10 to 15% compared to 2023, especially in the last 6 months of the year, when pressure of inflation has cooled, inventories at importers have decreased, and shrimp price has increased again, while the striped catfish industry aims to try to have farming areas of 5,700 hectares. Commercial striped catfish outputs will reach about 1.7 million tons, and striped catfish export value is expected to reach $2 billion. Vietnam's king of roach durian price increased 20% at the beginning of the year compared to the end of 2023, and is being purchased by businesses at warehouse for grade A goods at 200,000 Vietnam dong per kilogram for Montong durian. This rise is equal to the old peak a year ago. According to assessment, 2023 is a year when many agricultural products have good harvest and good price. In particular, coffee, durian, and sweet potatoes continuously set new peaks. At the beginning of this year, prices of many agricultural products continue to benefit as world demand increases.
Ladies and gentlemen, currently criminals using high technologies are still constantly operating in cyberspace with many sophisticated methods and tricks. It negatively affects the security and order situation.
Recently, using professional measures, the Cybersecurity and High-Tech Crime Prevention and Control Department under TayNinhTV Police coordinated with Goyo District Police to arrest Trần Thanh Vĩ, 28 years old, residing in Duy Xuyên District, Quảng Nam Province, to investigate and clarify fraudulent property appropriation in cyberspace through social networks. Trần Thanh Vĩ bought 5 ATM cards and many reactivated phone SIM cards. Then he used the internet to write and download pictures of motorbikes packed or stacked in the warehouse. After that, he created many Facebook social network accounts with many different names, posted pictures of different types of motorbikes and advertised them for sale with the content selling cheap motorbikes, including documents with prices ranging from 5 million Vietnam dong to 25 million Vietnam dong. At the same time, he provided a phone number for the buyer to contact. When someone calls or texts via the messenger app to ask to buy a motorbike, Trần Thanh Vĩ requests the buyer to deposit 10% of the value of the motorbike the customer wants to buy. In order for the buyer to trust Vĩ, ask the buyer to take a photo of their citizen identification card and send it via Zalo and Messenger so that we could make a vehicle documents and license plates. But in fact, we faked the vehicle registration certificate and license plates for motorbike on the internet and then send it to the buyer so that we can receive the remaining money. After receiving the buyer's money, we block contact with the buyer. With the above method, from 2020 until now, Vĩ has defrauded and appropriated money from many people in many different localities, with a total of about 700 million Vietnam dong. I use the internet to save car images to post on Facebook. The victim saw an ad on Facebook and texted me asking to buy a car. I asked for a deposit and transfer additional shipping money. After I received money, I told them 2 or 3 days later they will be receive the motorbike, but I actually didn't have any to deliver. In another case, Han Nguyên Khang, 22 years old, living in Hoa Thanh Thao, also created many accounts, then posted information to receive services for running social network ads, supporting interaction, and handling issues on Facebook accounts, get back disable accounts, increase likes and followers. When a customer requests to use one of the services, Khang contacts, discuss, negotiates, and sends messages through the Zalo account Nguyên Khang, Dr. Facebook, on Nguyên Khang, with a commitment that it is definitely possible with its service costing from 500,000 Vietnam dong to 5 million Vietnam dong and requiring customers to transfer money via bank account. After the customer transfer money, Khang blocked contact and appropriated the money to use to buy drugs and gamble online. With the project from the beginning of 2023 until now, Khang has appropriated over 480 million Vietnam dong from many people in TayNinhTV province and other provinces and cities. It can be seen that the tricks of fraudsters in cyberspace are becoming more and more sophisticated and changing unpredictably, making the investigation and capture of the perpetrators encounter many difficulties because in cyberspace, the perpetrators often taking advantage of anonymity and borderlessness to commit crimes.
Chúng tôi sẽ áp dụng tổng hợp các biện pháp nghiệp vụ của ngành công an.
We will use a combination of professional measures from the police sector to carry out our following tasks: preventing, selecting, warning, coordinating with the Department of Information and Communications to block websites that operate in violation of social network accounts with problems related to fraud, coordinate with the banking system to prevent bank accounts that could be used to commit fraud. It can be seen that, along with the positive sides, social networking sites also have inherent downsides. Therefore, each person needs to be careful in choosing and using social networks intelligently so as not to get immersed in the virtual environment and forget real life.
Ladies and gentlemen, since August 2023, the Goyo District Military Command has directed the military commands of communes of town in the area to develop plans, organize elections, and re-qualification examinations for citizens of Service A Up to now, the localities have basically completed the preliminary selection work and are actively preparing for the military enlistment days in 2024.
Over the past time, the Military Service Council at on level in Goyao District has already determined the propaganda and education work of 2015 Military Service Law and 2018 People Public Security Law, and the local revolutionary tradition is one of the important tasks of party committee, government, fatherland front, and social political organizations. Is it a decisive factor in the result and the qualities of military recruitment? Members of Military Service Council at on level in the district also proactively perform well-assigned tasks and a number of other important tasks, ensuring objectivity and compliance with the regulations. In 2024, through the step of recruiting and calling citizens to join the army, the opportunity to complete the step according to the law will be completed. Up to this point, we have completed the dossiers. The District Military Service Council has directed, organized, and strictly implemented from hamlet and quarter to commune and town level, ensure fairness in implementing the Military Service Law and the People Public Security Law. They prioritize the election and selection of citizens with good health, good politics, good moral, high educational level, and citizens who are the party member, civil servant, public employees, children of official and party members who are enlisted in the army create equality in society. In 2024, the Commune Military Command will coordinate with other branches and organizations to propagate the military law and the People Public Security Law. We comply with the mass organization to mobilize young people for medical examination and tax theft according to military service law. Besides that, we try fully implement the step to select and call citizens to join the army in 2024. According to the plan, on February 26, Community and Town in District will guide the citizens to Inside Revolution Center, base among enemy in Goyao, to organize youth enlistment camp. Goyao District is determined to organize a center for young people to join the army and deliver 100% of the target.
Ancient Chinese history recorded that business is called the highest rate of status, the most resource for reserved only for emperors. Today, it is still considered a high-end sport. Many countries organize the breeding and export of business, including Vietnam. Happily, the species of business that select solutions that create the best quality business are all available in Vietnam. Among the terms, the highest value is the red business, followed by the pink business, large business, opaque white business. Each kilogram of business has 80 to 100 nests. TayNinh is one of 42 provinces and cities that rice business thanks to the advantages of land terrain combined with rivers and natural forests. On average, 30 to 35 million Vietnam dong per kilogram of finished business, so the number of business houses in TayNinh has continuously increased rapidly in recent years. In 2019, the whole province has 190 business houses. By September 2023, the whole province had more than 1,000 business houses, with 800 business houses in operation and 200 business houses under construction. The time between the Lunar New Year and the third month of the lunar calendar is the breeding season of Selengen, when Selengen couples compete to release strands of silver to build nests. The nest is as small as a spoon, with broad ends clinching to the wall like a hammock. After nesting, birds mate usually at night. After the second egg is laid, there is no more mating. Only one broods the egg, the other flies away to feed. When they return, they incubate instead of the brooding baby to look for food. Fly out of the nest 1 to 2 times a day, usually at 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. to explore the eggs to moisture. At night, one incubates eggs, the other clings to the nestwork. Nowadays, bird nest farming is considered a profession. Bird houses were built many years ago. If the location is right, many birds come to nest. People raise a good harvest of bird nests and bring wealth and prosperity from the tender birds. Raising Selengen is a profession like many other professions, with advantages and disadvantages. The current procedure for building Selengen houses is quite simple. We have supported many households. One is to build not too close to residential areas, not near projects with safety and low noise requirements such as hospitals, schools. Do not use dry land, and if it wants to use it to build Selengen houses, then it must be converted to non-agricultural land. Currently, the management of building new Selengen houses in TayNinh is gradually getting into order. People who need to build new ones submit documents to be assessed and considered by the Department of Agriculture and Rural Development and local authorities. The suitability of the proposed location to build a bird nest house, as well as carrying out land and construction procedures in accordance with regulations, has the management of this field become more and more in order. Thanks to that, TayNinh bird nests have more opportunities to spread their wings and fly farther.
That's all for today, TTV News. Thank you for being with us, and goodbye for now.